Hey, Nina here. I wanted to pop in really quickly to first of all say happy Sunday. If you're in Canada, it's a long weekend, which is super exciting. Um, I am really excited because I am running a one-time only masterclass on how I grew to 50K sessions in 6 months using only SEO. So a lot of people asked about this when I was promoting the SEO roadmap, but the SEO roadmap was just a little bit too advanced for them. So they wanted something that's more of an intro, but they're still going to get a lot of advanced strategies because I don't just teach basics. I really am so excited for this opportunity. So on August 13th at 11 a.m. EST, I will be teaching a live masterclass on exactly what I did to grow to 50K sessions. We're going to go month by month and talk about strategies I used. But I'm not just going to tell you like, oh, do a content audit. We're going to actually go in depth into how to do that content audit, what you should be looking for, and then the changes you need to make. So we're going to talk about all sorts of different things and different strategies. A lot of these strategies are quite advanced. So we're going to talk about zero volume keywords, getting backlinks from sites like Wikipedia, and a lot of intentional internal linking. So I'm going to go through all of this information with you. It will be a little bit of an intense session. And whether or not you can come day of, it doesn't matter because you will be getting access to a lifetime replay. So it'll be hosted in Thrivecart, so there's no need to like save an email or anything. You'll be able to log into it just like you would any other course and then see all of this information for years to come if you want. So this means that even though we're going into advanced strategies and we're really going to deep dive quite quickly, you're not going to have to like sit there with your notebook the whole time and not be absorbing the information. It also means you can refer back to the information, which is really great. So with this course, basically, I go between calling it a course membership. I'm not great with like sticking with one term. But essentially, we're going to go through exactly how I grew to 50,000 sessions. And then 2 months later, I hit 90,000 sessions. So these strategies really work and they continue to pay off. We're also going to have a live Q&A at the end where I'm going to answer any and all questions. I've booked off the rest of I don't know if it's a Saturday or Sunday, but I've booked the rest of the day. My dog will be taken care of by my roommate, so we're good to go for as long as you need to ask questions. And these questions don't have to be limited to what is covered in the call. I am open to any blogging questions. And the Q&A will be recorded with the replay. So again, you can refer back to it. And if you can't attend, don't worry, you won't be able to ask your question live, obviously, but I will be accepting emails from people who paid for this masterclass to ask their own questions after the fact. I know that 11 a.m. EST doesn't work everywhere, and I really tried to find a time that would work for as many time zones as possible. I know that in Asia, it'll be a bit late. I know that in PST, it's quite early. So I did my best, and I apologize that like time zones aren't perfect, but by offering some different ways for you to interact after the fact, I hope that you'll be able to attend in some fashion. So I wanted to address a couple frequently asked questions that I received, especially if you don't follow me on Instagram. I was getting a lot of these over the last week that I've been promoting this extensively there. So the first question I got asked is, who is this for? Is it for newbies? Is it only for travel bloggers? Is it for advanced people? And the answer is it's for everybody. So typically I wouldn't tell a brand new person to buy a course like this. In fact, I would say, wait maybe a year, get at least like 10 posts on your site. However, this is a one-time offering from me. A lot of the techniques I'm covering in this are in the SEO roadmap. Obviously, I charge a lot more for that, but people were really interested to know how I did this so quickly with my blog. And I wanted to give like kind of a first year for She Knows SEO sale. So basically, this is going to happen once. And because you get lifetime access to the replay, you can refer back to it even when you've got a few more posts on your site and you feel a bit more advanced. So that's why I would say it's for whatever stage of blogging you're at, whether you've started or not yet, you can get these ideas going and you'll be able to refer back and then kind of work through them a bit more. And then I teach travel blogging. but this really works for any type of blog. So I've actually expanded this specific lesson or course or masterclass, whatever you want to call it, to be for any blog. So I'm coming up with examples from different niches. We're going to work amongst a bunch of different topics. I've used these for clients in like every niche under the sun. So this definitely doesn't just work for travel blogs. In fact, I'll say this a lot. You guys have heard it before if you followed me for a while. Travel blogging is one of the hardest niches. It's not a YMYL, but it's still quite a challenging niche. So whether you're beginner or advanced, this is a good course for you, especially because it's only $49 until tomorrow. So that's why you want to buy quickly. That way you lock in that $49 price USD before the price goes up. Even then, you're learning such valuable lessons. Like we're going to go into backlinks, internal linking, zero volume keywords, how I write kind of a minimum of 20,000 words a day and speed up my content creation while still sticking with SEO optimization. We're also going to look into the ways that I write like 12 guest posts in a week really, really easily while keeping up with my own content. Now, another question I got is, and people kept asking about the replay too. I've already said a couple of times. You will get lifetime access to this replay. It is completely rewatchable. It will include, I'm going to hit record once I open up the call. It will record the whole way through and you'll get absolutely everything that happens on the call. And you can keep referring back to it. Then people also wanted to know if I'm going to make you buy expensive tools. No, honestly, this can be done with key search and a site that has good web hosting and like that you're doing your SEO optimization and good content. I would say that there's some plugins that can help you just like speed up your site. We're not going to go into that. This is not a course about like how to write an SEO optimized blog post. That's not the goal of this. This is more about if you know how to write a blog post and use keywords, then how can you scale? So we're going to talk about finding those right keywords because finding keywords is different than writing a good post with keywords and things like that. But we're not going to go into like exactly how many times to use your keyword in a post. You can definitely ask that in the Q&A. It's just, there's not enough time. I'm trying to cram all this in as best I can. I don't want you to be sitting there for like an 8-hour lecture, which is what that would turn into. But essentially, I've lost my train of thought a little bit. Apologies. Oh yeah, but essentially, this course is going to cover a whole slew of things. I keep losing my train of thought. Sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet, clearly from the bags under my eyes. But yes, so essentially this course is going to go through a whole bunch of information and you will have the access to go back to it, which is really good, but you will not need to like invest in thousands of dollars of different tools. I just used key search the entire time I did this. I had no other tools for SEO research at the time. That's all you need. So key search is at like $120 or $30 a year. That's all you really have to invest beyond the $50 of this course. So definitely super affordable, very, very doable. Then people ask, do I guarantee that you'll get in 6 months? It's not possible for me to do that because I can't sit there and hold your hand along the way and make sure that you're following every step perfectly, that you're putting in enough time every week, that you're doing the right thing and not jumping to Instagram or TikTok instead. It's just not possible for me to be there along the way every step, but I will say this worked for me. These are exactly the steps I did and that I've continued to do that have proven to have success for me. They've also had a lot of success for my clients as well. So I know that these strategies work. The timeline will really depend on you, on if your blog already exists. So if you're brand new, it's going to take more than 6 months because it usually takes about 3 months to get out of the Google sandbox. If your blog is 10 years old, it's going to be a lot faster because you have a lot of content you can rework. Google knows who you are. The more page views you have, obviously, the easier it is. But I definitely believe that using these techniques, you can get into Mediavine within a year. I believe that if you put in the time, and people also asked, how much time do I need to be doing per week? I will say that like, I don't know exactly how much time I put in. I wasn't clocking myself, but I worked 4 full-time jobs. Oh, that's not true. 1 full-time job, 3 part-time jobs while doing this. I worked as a law clerk for a law firm who I now am still on contract with. I was freelance writing for clients. I was also an SEO specialist for clients. And I was doing other freelance work just to make some extra money because I was saving up for a van. So like I've done tons of jobs during that period, and I still had time to do this. Probably at my like biggest weeks, I was spending a bit over 20 hours a week. I got COVID for 2 weeks, so that really knocked me out. But I would say on average, anywhere from 10 to 20 hours. Again, I write really quickly, and I'm going to teach you those strategies. But it could depend if you write slower, if you have more things going on. It's just me and my dog. I do have to work a lot, but I don't have kids I have to manage. I was pretty lucky to only get like be sick for 2 weeks, things like that. So you have to work at your own pace, but it's definitely doable, even if it takes a little bit longer. So I think those are the main questions I was asked. If you have any questions, just hit reply to this email or comment on Facebook or whatever. DM me on Instagram even. I'm around and I'm happy to answer questions. But I really wanted to share this opportunity because it is a one-time thing I'm going to be teaching. I love live teaching. It's really, really fun and great to like interact with all y'all as I go. And yeah, for $49, I've not seen anyone else offering as much value as I'm offering for as low of a price. And I'm really going to share like exactly what I did. This is not going to be some like, oh, month one, write 10 posts. I'm going to talk to you exactly about the strategies I did, break them down. I'm going to give 2 paths, one for newer people that like don't need to do a content audit, and then one for people who have an existing site. In the Q&A again, I will answer any question. You want to know what hair dye I use? I will tell you. So this is really going to be a whole experience for all of us. And I don't have a set time for how long the masterclass recording will be. I anticipate about 2 hours of teaching and then about however long people want to ask questions. Like I said, you have the lifetime replay, so you can always go back, jump in and out as you need to. But if you show up live day of, then you can really work through this with me. I can share a lot of value in the comments as well and with your questions. Yeah, and hopefully by the end of the year, if not by the end of 2023, if you implement these strategies, I know you will be able to get into Mediavine. And Mediavine is honestly, it's life-changing money for most of us. Like I make $2,000 a month USD now just off of my ad income. I'm just a little bit shy this month, but like that's because they had a glitch and also July is a bit slow. But like, that's great money that I am making. And I didn't publish a post for 6 weeks. Also, my content kept growing. I hit 90K sessions, or pardon me, 90K page views, not sessions. I hit 76K sessions. Want to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you about anything. Yeah, and so these strategies continue to work, and they will help also add to your affiliate income. They've helped me improve my sales of different things like this, and my other courses. They've helped me improve my service rate as well. Like people keep wanting to hire me as a writer and an SEO specialist for them. I'm currently not accepting writing clients or clients for SEO, my SEO specialty, very often. So I've had to limit those actually. So I have the potential to make more than the 6 figures I'm making now from my blog, all because of SEO, all because I'm in Mediavine. I've gotten a bunch of speaking gigs that they're flying me out to. I'm teaching in courses that like my mentors that I was with a year ago, who I was like, I don't know what, like, I'm never going to make it. Now they're asking me to teach people. It's amazing what SEO can do for you. It's genuinely a game changer. So that's why I'm so excited to teach this to you at such an affordable rate. And like I said, $49 isn't going to last long. I'm going to raise the price tomorrow because it's a long weekend here. I'll give you a sneak peek that it might not raise until a little bit later in the day tomorrow, but the price will be rising. So lock in the $49 price now. Also get it soon because I didn't really think about how many of you would want to join, and I'm already like above the halfway point of the limit of my Zoom account, and I will not be upgrading my Zoom account for this. So there's about 40 spots left, and if you want one, take it. Okay, so again, it's August 13th at 11 a.m. EST, lifetime replay. This is for absolutely anybody. And we're going to talk about in-depth SEO strategies. I'm going to walk you through everything. We're going to do live demonstrations. This is massively interactive. So yeah, and have a happy Sunday. Bye.